So for Halloween, we've got our Frankenmotor. This was a motor that we combined two motors. One was really severely locked up and the rotor was horribly damaged. It was unusable. And the other motor, we sort of destroyed the coils in this other video where we cut a hole in the side of the motor, ran it, and did all kinds of stuff to it, and then ultimately deliberately blew it up. But the rotor was fine, and it was an identical motor to this one, so we were able to take the rotor out of that one. We just put a couple used bearings on it, got it running. It sounded horrible, had the wrong size capacitor on it, but it did start. So I ordered the right size capacitor, and I ordered some bearings because I always have bearings in stock anyway. And we're going to go ahead and put her back together and see how well she runs. I think this motor is going to run really good. She'll find out. And first thing we're going to do is polish it up, polish up the end bells and make it look pretty. Why not? What's that Richard Rollins always says? Shining like a diamond in a goat's ass. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our thrust washer. And I believe there's a shim in there as well. There's the shim. There's a little tap up front here. Oh, that end belt came right off because the bearing's just about plumb wore out. So there's a rotor. Get rid of this for now. We're going to use this. This. And this. We will start with the front bearing because that's the one that's really, really bad. And again, I don't know if you see me do this before, but this is a special pull adapter that goes on that bearing because you don't have clearance behind there to get the puller on. We're gonna grab our puller, grab this little baby impact. I got some big impacts. No need for those guys. All right, and this guy here is just a 7/16 inch deep socket, or 3/8 deep socket, excuse me. Put it on there and that just protects the threads. They make commercially available armature protectors, but they don't work very well. They don't work as well as a 3/8 inch deep socket. I'm gonna keep this guy from rolling around. It'd be great. It's like a house of cards. So you get that, center started. There we go. Okay, here's the front bearing. I'm just going to go ahead and drive the new bearing on real quick. I'll use two brands. I use Timken or Nachi. These are Timkens. Timkens are made in the US. Nachis are Japanese. They're both very high quality bearings. I don't use, there's a lot of other brands out there, there's like Penguin and all these other crazy crap. They just don't seem to work right. I've had bearings come out of the package bag from the off brands, the Chinese brands. And these are a double sealed bearing. So it's got a rubber seal both sides. They're not greasable. You've got to be careful with motors overheating, because if they do, they will, a lot of times the grease will run out of the bearing, and that's the end of it. So I think the GoPro is going a little shaky here. Done. Like butter. Whew, that rear bearing's terrible too. It didn't seem that bad, but it's awful grindy. So let's see if we can get the rear bearing off. These don't have a live center. They don't have a center cut in them. Sometimes the puller walks around, which is doing right now. It just takes an experienced hand. All right, there's bearing number 2. I'm going to go ahead and put this puller away. We don't need it anymore. Put the gap back. And I think we go ahead and put the socket set back. Done. Like butter. Whew, that rear bearing's terrible too. It didn't seem that bad, but it's awful grindy. So let's see if we can get the rear bearing off. These don't have a live center. They don't have a center cut in them. Sometimes the puller walks around, which is doing right now. It just takes an experienced hand. All right, there's bearing number 2. We'll go ahead and put on this rear bearing. This could be a little trickier because you can't really stand the rotor on the end of the threads and damage it. Even if you put it on something, you might actually send a shaft. Send a 16-cent shaft. As you can see, it doesn't take much force to pop that bearing on. And she's almost home. You could hear it when it went up tight. So I'm going to put this driver back. And we are done in this box. We'll get the motor barrel back up there. There we go. Make sure the switch is good. All that looks good. We'll go ahead and put the end bell back on. We just polished up very good like. And I don't think there was any shims in this. I don't remember any. It looks good. Wired this up off camera, clean up some of my mess. There was really no reason to do it on camera. You wouldn't have been able to see much. And I've connected it to this Balboa digital control that we rebuilt the board on in a previous video. So now it wants us to run the pump. We can either hit the pump button or we can hit temperature up or down. That will actually activate pump 1 low. All right, well, we have it wired backwards. That's high speed. Listen to that thing hum. Listen to that thing hum. Wow. Let's turn it off for a second. We're going to fix those speeds the way they're supposed to be, and then we'll turn. Let's reverse those speeds real quick. I'm not wearing my glasses, so I'm just going to guess. There we go. Feels good. You can feel it click right on there. And we're going to make red low. Going to need this common wire. But this was a something to do on a rainy day. Listen to that hum, man. That sounds like a brand new motor. Starts right up. That's Okay, obviously shut off. And we'll turn it back on. That's 1725. She's running so good. That this motor will hang around here. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll find some kind of weird project to do with it, or just, I don't know, torture it. Maybe we'll blow it up like we blew up the motor the rotor came out of. That was kind of fun.